Motion to dispense with the reading of the minutes.
I second.
Do you guys want a copy of any of these? I send some over.
We need to vote on that.
Yes. All in favor?
Aye. It'll be a quorum.
I'll make a motion that we approve them as well.
Get a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any old business? Since there ain't no old business, get into the new business. Receive the report. Ms. Peach, you go first.
Okay, this last month we took in 67 dogs. We returned 3 to owners. 8 were adopted as a regular adoption. 4 went to the grant-funded adoption. We sent 69 dogs and puppies to rescue. We didn't euthanize any. We had none die of natural causes and no quarantines. Cats, we took in 11, adopted out 15, sent 5 to rescue. 2 died of natural causes, and I euthanized 1 for illness. At the end of the month, we had 34 dogs and 19 cats. 9 of those cat adoptions were fee waived at $10 a piece, so that was $90. But at least that's 9 cats we don't have there any longer. I responded to 36 calls. We received $10 in fees for rabies to be given at the vet's office. I took in $860 in adoption fees, so total receipts was $870. That's all I got.
Motion.
The cats that were adopted, they were already...
They were already
Or
fixed,
spayed, okay.
yes, and they were actually spayed and neutered out at Paul's Clinic at no cost to us.
Question, you said we got 34 dogs. How many dogs would hold on at one time? Without overcrowding the dogs, we got 34 down there now.
Well, 34 dogs, I have 15 full-size kennels.
Right.
And you can put 2 or 3 dogs per kennel depending on the size of the dog. But some of those are little bitty puppies that you can get 5 or 6 to a crate. It doesn't, that doesn't always mean it's a full-size adult dog.
Okay.
34 is the population of today.
No, that was the population of,
Okay, so it's less than that now.
well, Friday evening we sent 20 dogs from the shelter to Ohio. But since then I've probably taken in 15.
So you had 34 and then minus 20 and then plus 15. We've got that 29 dogs.
Somewhere around there, yes.
All right.
And 6 of those are newborn puppies, and 8 more are about 8-week-old puppies that we took in today.
8 more of them. All right.
Yes, 8 weeks old.
You did the owner surrender, they just brought them in.
Their owner surrenders. Well, the mama and the 6 newborn puppies, they were actually born in somebody's backyard. He said it was a stray dog, and he was afraid the puppies would freeze to death tonight, so I went and picked them up.
You bring the mama too.
Yes.
Good. Get them off the street.
The border collie puppies, the 8 that are 8 weeks old, they were actually taking the mama to be spayed.
send a report today when you get through asking questions.
All right. We talked last meeting about the possibility of looking at changing the name and adding adoption to it.
Right. Well, we're not in adoption. We're not in rescue. We're not in adoption. We're going to stick strictly. We're going to stick strictly what the policy say. One county animal control. That's what we are. We're not in an adoption, not rescue.
Even though we're 83% adoption.
We ain't supposed to be in adoption business at all, really. We're supposed to be in animal control. That's something y'all went around the block and took up on yourself. It didn't come through the committee. It didn't come through the full court. Y'all did it on y'all.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Y'all went around the thing with the adoption and all that stuff.
So you're saying that according to the way I'm taking it, I may be wrong, you're saying that we should have just been putting animals down all this time?
Well, read your book. What do your book say? Animal control. That's all I'm saying. Read your book. You got one in?
Yes, we are controlling the animals, but we're also controlling them by adoption, by a large amount.
I'm just saying what the book say, the policy. You know, it's just like in the rescue. This had never been passed through the full court. Have it?
I still don't know what you mean, hadn't been passed through the full court. We are doing what we're supposed to be, aren't we?
Animal control we are.
Yeah, I mean, we're
But if you
adoption.
change the name, it's gonna go through this committee, through policy and personnel, then through the full court.
I understand that. That's what I was wanting to do, was start it here. You know, if it passed,
You got the votes.
well, I don't know. That's what I'm.
Make a motion.
All right. I make a motion that we change the name, to the animal control facility, to the Warren County Animal Control and Adoption Facility.
All in favor?
Roll
Yeah,
out. Ain't got a second.
get a second for me. Motion failed, like a second.
All right, the next thing I was wanting to talk about, and somebody may have already looked at this, was we had talked last time also about the potential for the Circle Drive to help with the parking situation.
Have you got the money?
I don't know. I think we
We're
need
not
to.
taking it out of this budget.
You don't have the money in your budget to do a circle drive down there. Wait, want to come up that hill?
Well, it'd probably be better and safer to go down, to come in through the first entrance and go around. And I know I'm on the highway and bridge, Levy had said that they would help with it when we first discussed it. I don't know how much, but they said they would do as much as they could.
You don't have much budget. I don't see that happening. That would be in the next budget. It can't be done now. We don't have it in the budget right now.
Okay, I guess what we could do is do like we did last year about the ceiling and the fence is way towards the end of the year, and then if we do have money left over.
But I don't know if they want to, we're talking about coming through the top up there and coming down. I don't know if we want to tear that up there with the road, that part. I mean, hey, you got 2 or 3 cars down there, or 2. I mean, I can't see why you need to.
Well, when we rode there Friday with ours, we had to, I think you had to direct traffic. Yeah, you had to direct traffic because somebody's going back into somebody. We only had, 4 or 5 cars there, maybe. I was parked at the bottom. I went and parked at the bottom just because I knew what it was going to be. I was trying to get out of there. I mean, if somebody hits somebody there, who's liable? Them or us?
Yeah, they,
So it's not, we won't be on our policy.
anybody that's down there is supposed to have been up at our office and signed a waiver that they are.
No, I mean the citizens.
I'm talking about the citizens, that anybody's there. You don't have to
Y'all
talk
two
about
down there working, y'all need to go sign a waiver.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Y'all down there,
You got a
ain't signed a
waiver.
waiver.
If you ain't signed the waiver, you don't need to be down there.
Okay.
I mean, that's the first time.
No general public is allowed down there
I
to
told
adopt.
you that. No.
We need to shut the gates.
You just need to close it.
I mean, they can come down there and turn the dog in, but if they gonna be down in there,
Well, I mean, that's all anybody is, I mean, unless they've already been up there and signed a waiver. I mean, they come down and adopt an animal and but they
If
look
they're gonna be
around.
handling the animals, then they need to come sign a waiver.
What he's saying, he ain't talking about if a person come down to adopt a dog like that.
Yes, he is.
No,
No.
I'm talking about if you're gonna
Oh, yeah,
handle that
correct.
animal down there like y'all are doing, we've got that was passed through, this committee and policy and personnel. That's what I was telling you, all your volunteers have got to sign.
All my volunteers have signed.
Yeah, if you're gonna,
I was talking about people coming to adopt animals.
well, if you're down there handling animals, you got citizens down there, they need, like if y'all are down there working, y'all come down there all the time and handle, you need to come up and sign a waiver.
Okay.
And you can't have the person that's gonna be adopting or whoever's getting it, no, they don't have to sign that, but people that you got in there taking the animals out, they need to sign it. Because that's the reason we had you get the tetanus shot.
Right? I mean, I understand that.
I mean, those 3 tetanus shots that she has got a booster was $2,400.
Does that include commissioners also?
Yeah, if you're gonna be down there handling the animals and helping, yes.
Okay, if you're,
For their,
or if you're down there working on the grounds,
not working on the grounds, but if you're down there handling dogs and
if you're
carrying
anywhere
out.
exposed to the animals.
So,
Sweet.
Chairman Martin, what are your proposals to make the public aware of this? Because I've never heard about this. I'm a fairly new county commissioner and
Now,
just
what?
a citizen. What are your
Sign a waiver to relieve.
Yeah, because that's
It's always
something I've
been in
never-
the policy.
No, I'm saying how, as the chairman of the.
That's her job.
If you got a dog that you want turned in, you don't have to just bring it down there. That's your dog. Or a cat, either one, you can bring it down
But
there.
what I'm saying is, I don't think the general public understands that.
You just can't go down there and work without signing.
Oh, I
a
don't
waiver.
work down there, sir.
Well,
I
that's what
never
I'm saying.
work down there.
That's what I'm saying. Just the workers.
Anybody that wants to volunteer down there and calls and asks to volunteer, I tell them first they have to go to the county executive's office and fill out.
Okay.
And we're gonna make sure they got the shots they need.
Okay.
And I may have signed that, but
No, your
I don't
name's
remember.
not on it. We don't have.
We're gonna make sure they got taken the shots and all that.
That's what we're doing, to
That's
get away
prudent.
from that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, as a citizen,
if they
I
got-
never even knew that
if they
policy.
get-
I don't think the general public.
If they get bit by
Yeah.
a rabid dog or cat,
Yeah.
they're banned.
Okay, now we know that. What about the citizens that are bringing their dogs down there and they back into somebody or they into our truck? Is it on their insurance or is it on the county?
Traffic
Theirs,
accident.
be on theirs.
It's like a real
Yeah.
traffic
Traffic
violation. Back into you, you call the police.
But you've also got that road that goes on past the animal shelter that goes down there, and you can turn around down there, and as long as you park to where the city can get down through there, I don't think there's gonna ever be a problem. And people, they can park on that road there, just like I did at that meeting. And,
What we might be able to do is put some steps, let you park up there on top, put some steps.
And I have even suggested that to for us workers that we could park up there, except for when you had to unload an animal or something, and have stairs down there. I mean, that would solve a lot of.
That's, we can handle that. That's-
yeah, I looked at the minutes, and that has been brought up in minutes.
Go ahead.
Just make sure any citizen that goes down there, not to turn a dog in or an animal, but any citizen that goes down there to adopt needs to stop by the administrative building
No,
first.
no.
Now, they're gonna go down there and handle, they're probably
No,
gonna
they
pet
will,
them. They can't pet an animal, they go down there and adopt, but they can't pet before they adopt.
she knows what is, and, I don't know how y'all adopt and how that goes, how they do and what you.
Well, a person can't come say, I want to adopt this dog and just expect it to be a perfectly good dog that's going to fit with their family without having some kind of interaction. And right now, the only place I have for them to interact with that dog is in my office. And we go in there, and the people are in there, and sometimes they bring their children, sometimes they bring their other pets to see if they will all get along. And I mean, that only makes sense because you can't just send a dog home to know that
We
it's.
want those people that's gonna be handling dogs or cats to sign that waiver. Now, when I say handling, I'm talking about coming down there and working an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
If I want to
I understand that, and anybody that comes down there to work does sign waivers.
That's right.
Do the people adopting do we need to put that in the paper, that the people that plan to go down there and spend time with an animal to see if they want to adopt, do we need to have that
They
public?
don't have to do that.
They don't have to have a shot, or they don't have to sign a waiver. If
Just
they're just
those
going down there
that's
to
gonna
adopt or drop off.
Volunteers and going to work, then they
Gotcha.
gotta come up and sign that waiver. I mean, that's been forever.
Yeah, I've never
We've
heard
got
of that.
about-
Like I said, just as a citizen, and a new county
Well, you and
commissioner,
I
I've
went
never
over,
heard
what, we got about five, is all we've got to sign the waiver.
Right.
And so be sure and tell Miss Sailors too, if she's back down
will.
there, if she comes down there and then sign the waiver.
I certainly will.
Yeah, I remember when we done that for volunteers, but I never counted myself as volunteer since I was on the committee, but,
Right.
yeah.
Well, you're a volunteer though, if you're down there handling and.
Yeah, I'm just,
Should you have some signage? Should there be a sign on that building
I don't know.
pursuant to the
She
policy
needs to tell them.
committee?
She needs to tell them. She knows about it.
Yeah, and I mean, the general public just coming down there to look does not have to, I mean, they can come in and visit it with a dog or get to know a dog and they don't have to sign it because they're there to adopt. But anybody coming down there to work, to volunteer, to help out should sign a waiver.
They've got to sign it.
Got to sign a waiver.
You've got them there in office?
I do not, they have to go
No,
to the
they
county
come on there.
executive's office and
We
sign
keep
it. Have them notarized.
Okay. Well, then I guess what we spoke about this today, is we'll definitely have to wait about that as far as the potential pet day that I was wanting to do. Because,
That's it.
well, that's what I'm wondering, because the people will be interacting with the animals if we did that.
Well, they can interact with the animals. I mean, she
We've
lets-
done, I mean, we've done that for,
Yeah, we do that. I'm talking about down there.
Yeah. On the premises.
Right.
Yeah, all right.
But y'all should know which dog
Yeah.
is vicious gonna attack.
well, I'm not gonna
you.
take a dog out that's gonna bite
Right,
somebody.
you know that. You know, there should be no problem. But you know
If
which
they get
dog.
around that dog that is vicious or wants something that's sick. or
Anything that comes in there that I think may have the potential to bite somebody, there's a sign on the gate. Don't get close to it.
That's the only other thing I was gonna bring up, and we've gotta wait, to find out for sure if we can do it, is I already got a okay from, a temporary okay from Jimmy Haley to have like a pet day, where we do a thing all day at Riverfront Park, and we might be able to bring our animals out that are for adoption, some of them, and then the city will bring some out, and then we'll talk about spay and neutering. You know, I'd be great if we could get some vets there to do rabies shots and do something like that, just to raise awareness about our spay and neutering policy, and tie it in with a 5K run I do as well, you know, make it an all-day thing. People will be encouraged to walk their pets.
And this Riverfront Park.
Yeah, but we're just talking about it at this point.
Any more questions? Motion to accept the report.
I make a motion to accept the report.
Wilcher.
Yes, second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passed. Ms. Fox.
You can go out that door if you would like. Over there. Attached to the service reports for Warren County for January of this year, we provided 2,335 visits to 2,045 clients. We also gave 287 immunizations and 1 TB skin test. We are offering the flu vaccine free as of today. If you know anybody that hasn't got their vaccine, they can come in. We won't file insurance or anything, they're free. So if you know anybody that hasn't gotten one, please send them. They can walk in anytime. We do also have, and we've had these for a while, 2 vacancies, bilingual Spanish interpreters. They do need to have a medical background and computer experience, but we placed ads in the paper.
Slow down.
Sorry.
Bilingual.
Spanish interpreter, it's on that.
I'm just doing short notice.
Okay.
Need 2 bilingual interpreters.
With a medical background and
talked to Mayor Haley any about that?
No, I've just been putting it in the
He has
newspaper.
got a lot of access to the young people out there that's
Okay.
bilingual.
Okay. We've tested 3 in the past little bit, and they all 3 failed the medical portion. So obviously we can't hire them until they pass
So
that.
they'll have to have medical experience.
Or they're going to have to know the lingo, the language. As far as that's
Is
what
there any kind of books or anything they could read?
that Foreign
Get updated on
Language
that.
Institute, the Tennessee Foreign Language Institute. You can go on there, and there are resources on that website. But as far as us providing books or anything, we don't do that. And that's all of my reports.
Anybody got any questions?
The new disease they've been talking about that's transmitted by the mosquitoes. Have y'all got any emails or updates or anything on that?
We do get updates at least once a week. Hasn't been a concern in this area yet. So
No, it's snowing like it is. I don't think we'll have a problem right
the biggest
now, but-
concern, obviously, is for pregnant women because of the baby, the fetus. So, but not a big concern right now here.
Okay, hope it's not.
No more questions, motion, accept the report.
I'll make that motion. Later.
Yes, second.
Second.
All in favor? You next, Steve.
The report for January, we hauled 31.82 tons to waste away. Finally, we hauled some out there, and that cost $1,320.53. That was 4 loads. We hauled to Southern Central 532.83 ton. That cost $22,645.27. 88 loads. On our newsprint, we have 4.97. We brought in $124.25, 1 load. On our cardboard, we had 28.75. That brought $862.50, 7 loads. Metal to Southern Central, we had 12.62. They brought $1,135.80, 6 loads. Aluminum cans, we had .28, which brought $252. We collected 8 used batteries. That was $67.50. Collection site for used tires, we collected 1,535 passenger tires and 49 truck tires. We collected 350 gallon of used oil, and so far we haven't had to pay nothing yet. Haven't heard nothing from them, so that's a good thing so far on that. In our electronics, we had 2.10 tons electronics, had 3.50 tons of plastic. So we have a total of 53.82 tons that was recycled. Money coming back totals $2,442.05. Got a total of 51.16 tons that was paid to be recycled. 532.83 went to the landfill. We recycled 16% for the month of January. Any questions?
Any questions?
Those electronics, do you get money out of those?
No, we actually have to pay. We used to give them away to this same guy that takes our plastic. And with plastic prices and copper being so low now, he's charging about, I think it's like $22 a ton to take it. Everything's sort of on the low side now. And so what we're doing, we're hauling 1 load of cardboard per week. And he's taking that part out of that. And we're still getting money out of that. Then the rest of the cardboard is going to Coffee County.
They're still taking plastic down there,
Yeah, well, I haven't ever hauled none. As long as he can do it, cause we ain't got just a mile to go with it. So as long as he can do that, we'll save on fuel and see if he can take it,
I just wonder if they still think.
Yeah, they said they would. If something happens, they would. But they want everything that we got also.
On the electronics, what did you say? That they,
We're having paid that $22 per ton.
So
That's just $40-something for that.
Yeah,
That's
it's
not
still
bad.
$42.50 to get rid of it in landfill, so we're still got a deal on that.
That's good. I took TV at work today.
Motion to accept the report.
I'll make a motion.
Need a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
4-0. Now, before we adjourn, we need to go see the new unit.
Okay. You are more than welcome to.
We're gonna adjourn, then we go see the new unit.
Oh, we're going
Oh,
to
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna adjourn first. Then I have motion to adjourn,
Make a motion.
second.
Who's-